He has shown you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. My beloved, in a world that often measures greatness by power, influence, and achievement, God gently reminds us that the life He desires is remarkably different. We sometimes wonder whether we are doing enough for Him. We ask if our prayers are long enough, our service impressive enough, or our accomplishments significant enough. Yet through the prophet Micah, the Lord strips away every unnecessary burden and reveals the heart of true devotion. He is not searching for a life filled with religious performance while the heart remains distant. He is seeking a heart that reflects His own character, a heart that acts justly, loves mercy, and walks humbly with Him. This is not merely a list of commands. It is a picture of a life transformed by the presence of God. To act justly means more than simply avoiding wrongdoing. It is choosing what is right even when no one is watching. It is treating others with honesty when dishonesty would be easier. It is speaking truth when silence would be more comfortable. Justice begins in the quiet places of everyday life, where integrity is formed one decision at a time. God delights in people whose words can be trusted, whose promises are kept, and whose actions reflect His righteousness. The world may reward shortcuts, but heaven honors faithfulness. Every unseen act of integrity is noticed by the Father who sees what others overlook. The Lord also calls us to love mercy. Notice that He does not simply say to show mercy occasionally. He invites us to love it. Mercy is at the very heart of God's relationship with His people. Every morning you awaken because His mercy has met you once again. Every sin forgiven, every prayer answered, every fresh beginning is evidence of His compassion. When you truly understand how deeply you have been loved and forgiven by God, mercy begins to flow naturally toward others. You become slower to condemn, quicker to forgive, and more willing to extend grace to those who have fallen. Mercy does not ignore truth, but it always remembers that every person you meet is someone deeply loved by the Creator. Finally, Micah tells us to walk humbly with our God. Walking is not an occasional event, it is a daily journey. God does not desire your attention for only a few moments each week. He invites you into continual fellowship. Humility is recognizing that every good gift comes from His hand. It is admitting that your wisdom is limited while His understanding is infinite. It is surrendering your plans, your ambitions, and even your fears to the One whose ways are perfect. The humble believer does not walk ahead of God trying to lead him, nor does he lag behind in hesitation. He walks beside the Lord, trusting each step that the shepherd provides. There will be days when living this way feels difficult. Justice may cost you opportunities. Mercy may require you to forgive someone who has deeply wounded you. Humility may mean laying down your own preferences for the good of another. Yet remember that Jesus Himself walked this very path. He embodied perfect justice, extending truth without compromise. He overflowed with mercy, welcoming sinners and restoring the broken. He demonstrated perfect humility by leaving the glory of heaven to serve those He came to save. The path God calls you to walk is the very path His Son has already walked before you, and His Spirit now gives you the strength to follow. Do not measure your faithfulness by the applause of the world or by the size of your accomplishments. Instead, ask yourself whether your life is becoming more like Christ. Choose integrity when it would be easier to compromise. Choose mercy when resentment tempts your heart. Choose humility when pride seeks recognition. As you walk with God day by day, you will discover that true greatness is not found in being admired by people, but in becoming more like the Savior. The Lord delights in every faithful step taken with Him. And as you continue to walk humbly in His presence, your life will quietly reflect His light to a world longing to know the goodness, mercy, and love of God.